Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20 plus years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you and enjoy the video.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the ignition coil on this 98 Venture with the 3.4 liter. Same as probably the Montana and the Silhouette. These coils are used on a lot of different GM engines, so the way we do it on this van may not necessarily be the same as the way it's on your vehicle if you don't have one of these vans. Okay, so you're going to need a 1/4 inch drive ratchet. Okay, 1/4 inch is how big this drive is. You'll need an extension. This is about a, I don't know, 1.5 or 2 inch extension. You'll probably want you'll need one at least that long. You might want one a little bit longer, but it can't be too long. And then a 732's socket. Coils on this 98 are actually located in the back of the motor. Make it a little tough to get to. And this is the coil pack here. And they're actually mounted back there just like this. Okay, so a little tough to see. Let me zoom you in a little bit. So you can see right here is one of the wires down to the first coil, and then here's the other wire down to that first coil, and then there's two other coil packs right next. So it's not too difficult. You can grab hold of the wires easily enough, pull one off. That one's on the left side as I'm looking at it, so I'll pull it over here, and then just keep it over here and out of the way. Okay, and then here's the other wire. Okay, just kind of push that over there. And obviously just do these one at a time. You can see it's in there like that, so there's a bolt right here between the two posts where you just took the wires off, and then there's a bolt right back here underneath. So you pretty much just have to do it by feel. The size of the bolt is a 732's standard, which is a little weird, but all I'm going to do is I can go back, I can feel the posts first, and then go back, reach down, and feel the bolt. Get my socket and extension on there. Make sure my ratchet is counterclockwise. Okay, and we'll just speed up here, removing that back bolt. Okay, so I still have my socket and extension on there. It's getting easy enough for me to turn with my hands. So I'll turn it with my hands until I feel like it's ready to pull up and out. Okay, so there's the first bolt out. And then reach in there, I can feel the two posts, put my socket right down in between. See that? Maybe you can see that right there. See the two posts and the extension socket right there. This one I'm just turning a whole bunch, make sure it's all the way out, and it won't come out, so I'll just leave it there and then pull the coil up. Let's see. Looks like there's some interference here with the wiring harness back there. right out. And there's our bolt. See, here's our original coil, new coil from One Auto. You can see the coil from One Auto is the exact same. The original coil does have the markings of the cylinder numbers, so this goes to cylinder number 5, this one goes to cylinder number 2. New coil doesn't have that. This is actually an original equipment coil, but it's just meant to replace either of the 3 original coils. And as you can see on the back, okay, the coil does plug in when you bolt it in right there. Same thing on the 1A Auto coil. This one is working fine in this vehicle, so I just will replace the original one. Okay. So when you put it back in, especially on this end one, there were some harnesses down there that were kind of getting in the way. So what I'm going to do is kind of try and lift those up out of the way a little bit. Put the coil back in, and you want to be careful that you don't bend the contacts that are down there, and you can feel them down there. Okay, so I'm going to reach in with this hand. I'm going to feel where those contacts are. I can feel them sticking up. There's a whole bunch of wires that I'm going to make sure are out of the way. So I'm going to feed my coil in. Make sure the backside goes underneath those wires. Okay, now what I'm doing here is just gingerly kind of moving the coil around a little bit and trying to get it to settle down on those tabs. You just want to be very careful that you don't bend the tabs at all. And it's just kind of a matter of feeling in there with both hands and getting in the right spot, and then it goes right down and on. Okay, and now we'll speed up through putting those bolts in, and then when you tighten them up, you want to tighten them up nice and snug. They don't have to be overly tight. And once they're tightened up, this one from that side goes on there, and this one bends up and around and goes back on. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.